हरि ओम्। आपादमौलिपर्यन्तां गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथः। लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षमङ्घ्रिद्वयं निगमशाखिशिखाप्रवालं हैरम्बमम्बुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनिघ्नं विघ्नाद्रिभेदशतधारधुरन्धरन्नः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। सर्वेषां स्वागतं to the second part of the first session. This is the Saṃskāra session. That is, what insight, what traditional knowledge, activity that or a routine that has been a part of our culture, and what is it that is reflected through the text that we are studying, that is Sri Rama Gita. So in this Sri Rama Gita, I think everybody remembers the first shloka, Tato Jaganmangala Mangalatmana. See how it is Mahadeva who is responding. So Sri Mahadeva Uvacha, and how does he start? The question was, what did Rama do thereafter? So he could have easily said Rama did so and so things. There was no requirement for him to explain Rama in such a way. Yes, he is the hero of Ramayana, so he could have specified Vidhaya Ramayana Kirti Muttamam is fine. But how come he explains or he defines or he describes Rama as Jagan Mangala Mangalatmana? That Mangala has something a lot to do with it. That itself is an invocation, and it has been a part of our culture for a long time. That is called as Mangala Charanam. This Mangala Charanam has been a part of all the texts, most of the texts. So if we go through Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, you will get Natva Saraswatim Devim Shuddham Gunyam Karomyaham, Paniniya Praveshaya Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, like that. And there are everybody, it starts off with the Mangalacharana. The Kritis, when the Kartas, that is the authors, when they start their scripts, when they start their literary works, they start off with a Mangalacharana. So what is this Mangalacharana? Mangala, we have learned the definition was Ananda Pradana Mangalam, something that gives you happiness. But happiness is not, it should not be referring to that emotion. We should expand it a little further. Anything that provides you a positive invocation is Mangala. So happiness is one such emotion that is a positive emotion, but there are other positive emotions that come up. And in this particular incident, or in this particular case where we are starting something new, Mangala Charanam becomes very important because it provides a certain confidence to us. There is also a quote by Mr. J.R.D. Tata, never start anything with diffidence. Whether we have a clear idea of what we are doing or not, whether when we are starting something new, it should not be with diffidence, it should be with confidence. This Mangala Charanam has that nature. And there is actually a Mangala Vada in Nyaya Siddhanta Kaumudi, in Nyaya Siddhanta Muktavali. It is a text. The text belongs to the stream of Nyaya, which is one of the Shad Darshanas of our ancient knowledge system. So in that, the Nayayikas, the people who are experts in Nyaya or called studying Nyaya, are called as Nayayikas. There are two categories of Nayayikas, the Prachinas and the Navinas. Prachinas are the older ones, Navinas are the modern ones. So there is an argument between these two factions, and they all do the Mangalacharanam. So this Mangalacharanam, the Prachinas say that Mangalacharanam is done to complete, for the successful completion of a text, that is Grantha Parisamapti. To complete the text successfully, it is done. And then they also say for Vighna Dhvamsa, to remove the obstacles. This is done. So Mangalacharanam, as per the Prachinas, it is done with the intention of completing the text, or they say that the Mangalacharana helps them to complete their work. and it helps to remove the Vigna. In this, the Navinas say, no, that cannot be true. Because there are texts where Mangalacharana has been done by the author, but the text has not been completed yet. This happens. And then they also say there are texts which have been completed, but there was no Mangalacharana. So it is wrong to say, because these are people who are relying on logic. Nayayikas, they specifically deal in logic. So they say it cannot be that Mangalacharana leads to Grantha Parisamapti and Vignadhvamsa. It cannot be say. We cannot say that. We cannot make that inference. We cannot make that conclusion. So Navinas make this argument that there are many texts where Mangalacharana has been done by the author, but however, that the text has not been completed yet. And there are many such texts where Mangalacharana has not been done, but it has been completed. The author has completed the work. So in this context, there is a rebuttal by the Prachina saying that, look, when we say Grantha Parisamapti, it also includes the intention of completing it. I make a Mangalacharana, I start off, then I leave it. That does not constitute a Mangalacharana. Why? Because Tatsatve Tatsattvam. So, when the intention of Parisamapti is there, vested in the Mangalacharana, then it will automatically come there. Follow through. When I'm saying something and I follow through with that particular statement, when my action follows my words, then you can say that the Mangalacharana has happened in a proper manner. So therefore, for them, the Prachinas, they say Mangalacharana is not something that has to be, it's not a prayer that you do and then you think, okay, the script is going to write itself or the work is going to get completed on its own. No, there has to be efforts made to complete it specifically. This Mangalacharana is only a verbal expression of your intention. For example, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhirбhavatu me sada. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini. Yes, she gives us whatever we, our Ishta is as Vara. Varade Kamarupini. Vidyarambam Karishyami. Aham Karishyami. I will make that effort. Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhirбhavatu me sada. Let me get that Vidya. But I have to start it. So therefore, the Prachinas specifically say it, the Mangalacharana is not complete unless there is a follow through. So we cannot just say that it is an invocation in the beginning. It is invocation of that motivation or that intention to complete the script. It is just a starter, and then there has to be action which supports that particular intention. So this is the popular Mangalavada that comes in Nyaya Siddhanta Muktavali. So there is also something else that comes in Mangalacharana. I said Mangala, we cannot restrict it to happiness. It has to be expanded to positive emotions. Now, when I say positive emotions, what are those positive emotions? The first thing that we need to understand is when we start something new, there is a bit of nervous energy within us, which clouds our clarity. But this Mangalacharana helps us gain that clarity. Why? Because making a Mangalacharana helps us to point the prayojana of what we are doing. I'm doing something. That is, we started like the example of Saraswati Namastubhyam. What am I doing? I am doing Vidyabhyasa. So the clarity is over there. And I can further elaborate on that. Why am I doing Vidyabhyasa? Maybe it is Pariksha Samaya, something. There is a specific intention associated with that Vidyabhyasa. I'm not doing it just for the sake of it. So, therefore, the intention is very specific and we gain clarity. This clarity is associated, it helps us bring about a certain confidence. I know where my actions has to be directed towards. So that action must follow that intention. So this gaining clarity, gaining confidence is a very important way to start your work, initiate your work. So in this matter, usually what happens are granthakartas. Those people are very clear. They have a particular reason. Like for example, in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, why is Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi being written? It is not just for the sake of praying to Saraswati. Natva Saraswatim Devim Shuddham Gunyam Karomyam. No, what is the intention over there? The intention is very clear. Paniniya Praveshaya. Panini's text is Ashtadhyayi for the intention of making the Paniniya Pravesha. Paniniya Pravesha means for those who wants to start studying Ashtadhyayi for that particular sake. I want to make it easy for others. That is the reason it is Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. There is Siddhanta Kaumudi and then there is Ashtadhyayi. So, Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi is being written with the intention of making the entry to Paniniya Shastra easier. Panini grammar, to learn that there is different ways of doing it, but I want to make it easier for them. Therefore, to make it easier for them, I'm writing another work. I'm compressing that work, making something called as Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. And the reason why I'm writing this, I am indicating through Mangalacharana. This is the intention. So this has been a samskara for us from a long time. You will find it in most of the texts. When we learn any text with related to Mahabharata, Narayanan Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Ato Jaya Mudirayet. So whenever we start any text related to Mahabharata, we say this. Why? When I'm starting studying something that has been written by Vyasa Maharshi, and he's a great Rishi. So when I need to understand his work, I'm saying Narayanan Namaskritya. He has written about Narayana. Narayanan Namaskritya. Naranchaiva Narottamam. Who is Narayana? Nara, he is the Uttama of that. Naranchaiva Narottamam. Among the Naras, he is Narottamam. Okay. Devim Saraswati Vyasam. I am praying to Devi Saraswati as well as Vyasa, who is the author. Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet. Thereafter, let me be successful. Tato Jayam Mudirayet. So this way, Mangalacharana has become a very popular or has been a very prevalent practice in our texts. So this was the first. If you look at Sri Rama Gita also, Mahadeva can easily say, because he is not starting anything new or he is not giving us anything new. But when he has to deliver, see, after the Yuddha Kanda, there is a question of why Rama did something like this. That is a question that usually comes to us. So he has to revest that particular faith in Rama. He has to bring back that faith in Rama. Then he starts. Tato Jagan Mangala Mangalatmana. He's doing that Mangalacharana over there. He's saying he still has faith in Rama. He still has faith in Rama's judgment. Here, why it is so, that we will probably learn it later on. But he is again reigniting that belief that he has on Rama by saying that he is a Mangala Atma who has taken the avatara to bring about happiness to this world. Tato Jaganmangala Mangalatmana. So this is a very beautiful concept that has been included in all of our texts, and Mahadeva also starts it that way, saying Tato Mangalatmana, that is his Mangalacharana. So this is one of the um, concepts that has been associated in the first verse of Sri Rama Gita. The other being detachment, which we will study in further verses. So today's Saṃskāra is Mangalacharanam for the first verse of Sri Rama Gita. We will end the session. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि।